I'm Ellison in for Hallie, and in literally the last few seconds, we are seeing Donald Trump's lawyers respond to a push by the special counsel trying to stop the former president from talking about sensitive evidence that might come out during the first part of the case he faces on charges that he illegally tried to overturn his loss in the legitimate 2020 election. In their words, prosecutors say what Mr. Trump says about evidence or what happened in a grand jury could have a harmful, chilling effect on witnesses and could negatively impact the case. Remember, when Mr. Trump went into court for arrest on Thursday, the judge warned him that it is a crime to try to influence a juror or bribe or retaliate against a witness. But none of that is stopping Mr. Trump from hurling threats towards the special counsel, the judge that is leading his trial, or his former vice president, and a key figure in this case, Mike Pence. The Justice Department even cited this post in their argument. You see it on your screen. It is from the former president and says, quote, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." And as we wait for that, Mr. Trump is looking ahead to what could be his next arrest.
One more indictment, and this election is closed out. Nobody has even a chance.
He's talking about what's going on in Georgia, where an Atlanta area courthouse is getting ready for possible charges in a case that also has to do with Mr. Trump's attempts to overturn the legitimate 2020 election. If that happens, it'll lead to Mr. Trump's fourth arrest in just 4 months. Let's start in Washington with Ken Delaney. And Ken, we're all just now sorting through this new legal filing. From an early glance, I saw the Trump team use the term measured approach, saying that's what they're asking for. Break down what you've been able to read through this. And I know it just came out, but what is this new filing saying?
So, Ellison, what the Trump team has done here is essentially proposed a narrower protective order that allows Mr. Trump to discuss some of the evidence that the Trump attorneys believe is not sensitive. What they're saying is that this proposed order by the government is overly broad. It violates Mr. Trump's First Amendment rights. By the way, I should say it's very rare to ever see a fight about a protective order. Generally, the defense counsel is happy to have a protective order over everything, and it's not a big deal. But in this case, the Trump side obviously wants to be able to discuss some of the evidence that it obtains in discovery from the prosecution. And I think I found the key line here when they have a proposed order where they redline areas where they would change what the government proposed. And in a list of so-called sensitive material, the government includes basically all the witness testimony. So recordings, transcripts, interview reports, and related exhibits of witness interviews. Trump would substitute that for information regarding the government's confidential sources or which may jeopardize witness security. So what that would mean is that the government would have to sort of litigate every possible witness statement that Donald Trump might want to tweet about or put on social media if it thought it could potentially threaten or harm that witness. That is not something the government's going to want to do. I can't imagine the judge is going to want to do it, but it's what the Donald Trump side is proposing because they want to be able to put out some of these hundreds of witness testimonies and statements that they're going to obtain from Jack Smith that he got in his investigation, Ellison.
So, do we have any sense of how this will play out, a timeline on when we could see this discussed further, a decision ultimately being made?
Well, Judge Tanya Chutkan could decide at any moment, even tonight, whether to impose the prosecution's order. She could also have a hearing on it, but it's pretty clear that this judge wants to move things along. And if she decides that the Trump request is out of bounds, she may simply grant the prosecution's order as soon as this evening.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.